Ring Floodlight Cam Plus Ultimate Review. In this video, we will cover unboxing. We will show you what comes with the Ring Floodlight Cam. Overview. We will go over the Ring Floodlight Cam's parts and specifications. Install and setup. We will show you how to install the Ring Floodlight Cam and how to get it connected to your smartphone. Operation. We will show you how to use the Ring Floodlight Cam. And review. We will let you know if we think it's worth purchasing. Let's get started. Unboxing and overview. The Ring Floodlight Cam comes with a lot of items, including the Ring Floodlight Cam, of course. Let's remove the plastic film. This floodlight cam consists of a motion detector, the speaker and microphone. The security siren is 105 dB, which is pretty loud. The camera, which has a nice 1080p HD image, which you can monitor on your smartphone. The camera lock collar. 2 positionable lights. These are 2000 lumen LED floodlights. The base. If we look at the back of the base, we can pull off the mounting bracket. Now you'll notice 3 wires. The green wire is the ground wire, the white wire is the neutral wire, and the black wire is the hot wire. By the way, this is the wired version of the Ring Floodlight Cam for connecting to your home's existing wiring. They also have a plug-in version that can plug into a wall outlet. There's a handy nylon strap and buckle on the base that hooks on the mounting plate, handy when you are wiring the Ring Light Floodlight Cam. It also comes with a multi-tool, which acts as a Phillips head or flathead screwdriver, and a screw cap nut tightener, a bag of hardware that's labeled A to G, wire nuts for electrical connections, a metal mounting bracket, a Ring security sticker, and papers. A special thanks for my cats helping me out with this video. Install and setup. Installation is pretty straightforward, but as the setup guide states, working with electricity can be dangerous unless proper safety precautions are taken. If you are not comfortable or are inexperienced with the processes and tools described in this manual, we recommend that you hire a licensed electrician. I agree with this warning, and I'll add this. This is not a how-to video on installation because everyone is going to have a different setup and live in a different place with possibly different code standards. So it's not a one-size-fits-all situation. Electrical mistakes could cause serious injury or even death. First, on my smartphone, I'll open my App Store app and search for the Ring app. Then I will download it and install it. Next, I'll launch the app. I'll allow it to send me notifications. Next, I'll create a Ring account. It asks for your first and last name, country, and email address. Then you create a password. Then it wants to verify your email address by going to an email that they just sent you and clicking Verify Now. Then I'll go back to the Ring app and set up 2-step verification by pressing Continue, entering my phone number, pressing Continue, and then entering the code that Ring just texted me and clicking Verify. Then it wants me to create a passkey. I'll click Maybe Later. I'll then click Continue. Then I'll enter whether my location is a home or business. Then I'll enter my address. Then I'll tap Use this address. Then I'll name my location and click Done to save my location. Now I'll click Set up a Ring device. Then I'll click Security Cams. Then it asks me to scan the QR code on my Ring product. I'll click I'm ready to scan. Then Allow. Then with my phone, I'll scan the QR code that's in my setup guide. Then it asks, where would you like to set up your floodlight cam? My location is already selected, so I'll tap Continue. Then you can give your floodlight cam a name. I'll just tap Front. Then it asks me to remove the protective film on the camera, which I've already done, so I'll tap I've removed the film. It asks me if I've already installed the floodlight cam. I'll tap No. Then it suggests to mount it to a vertical wall. I'll tap Got it. Then it walks you through the install steps. But first, a warning that I think is very important. Warning, you'll be working with electrical wires during the install process. If you are uncomfortable or inexperienced with doing so, consult with a licensed electrician. I'll tap Continue. It says to turn off power at the breaker, but first let me show you the outdoor light that I will be replacing. I'll identify which light switch operates this light by turning it on. Next, I'll go to my electric box and turn off the breaker that powers the light. In fact, for an extra level of safety, I'm going to turn off the power to my entire house. Notice that my light turned off. Back on the app, I'll tap Power is off. Then it suggests that for the motion detector to work at its best, install the floodlight cam around 9 feet above the ground. I'll tap Continue. Then I'll tap Continue again because I'm ready for installation. The app says to remove your existing floodlight and mounting brackets. This is easy, but will vary from model to model. I'll tap Continue after completing this step. Then it says to install the metal mounting bracket with the words Front facing you. Then screw in 2 screws from bag A or B and C if A doesn't fit into the opposing holes on your electrical box. It was hard for me to get a shot of this, but the app has a good video that shows you how it's done. Please follow along with that. I can at least show you the parts I used at my kitchen table so that you can see what parts to use. Next, I'll tap Continue, and the app tells us to inspect the wires in your electrical box. You should see 3 wires. The black one is for live, the white one is for neutral, and green is for ground. If you have more wires, or if the coloring is different, I would stop and call an electrician. Or you can tap My Wires Look Different on the app and see what the app suggests. Luckily, my wires match the description perfectly. I'll tap Continue. The next step is to line up the plastic mounting plate. Feed the wires from your home through the hole in the plate. Make sure the arrow marked up points to the sky. I'll tap Continue. Next, the app tells you to grab a screw from bag B or C and feed it through the center hole in the bracket and tighten it. Then tap Continue. It then tells you to seal the seam with waterproof caulk. I actually did this at the very end of the installation. Then it says to hang your floodlight cam from the mounting plate with the fabric strap on the back. Then I'll click Continue. Then it says to connect the wires from your box to your floodlight cam. Connect black to black, white to white, and your bare metal or green ground wire to green. Then line up the ends of each pair. Then pop a wire nut on top and turn it clockwise to bind them solidly together. Then click Continue. Next, slide on the light fixture. It should easily fit onto the 2 posts on the mounting plate. Push it in until it is snug and the posts protrude. Then use the multi-tool with no screwdriver bit in it to tighten the 2 cap nuts. Get them nice and snug. It suggests caulking again here, but I'll do it a little later. I'll tap Continue. Next, I'll position the camera so that the motion sensor is facing the ground. I'll also position the lights. Tighten the screw on the camera collar to lock it in place. After that, I'll caulk the seams with waterproof silicone. Then I'll tap Continue. Next, I'll turn the power on at my breaker box. You'll know you installed the floodlight cam properly once it lights up and speaks to you. I'll click I've turned power on. Next, it says to grab your Wi-Fi password. I'll click I have my password. Then it tells us to tap OK when we are asked if we want Ring to use Bluetooth. I'll tap Got it. Then I'll tap Allow to allow Ring to find Bluetooth devices. Then it tells me to turn on location access for the Ring app. I'll tap Continue. I'll then tap Allow while using app. Then it tells you to have your phone near your floodlight cam. I'll tap I am near the device. Then it tells you to make sure that the floodlight cam is in setup mode. You'll know because the light on the bottom of it is flashing. Mine is, so I'll tap the light is flashing. Then it connects to the floodlight cam. At this point, you'll want to select your Wi-Fi network and enter your Wi-Fi password. I did both, so I'll click Continue. Then it asks me to connect with Amazon Sidewalk, which is a shared network that helps devices work better. I'll click Continue. Right now, I'm not crazy about the shared network, so I'll turn Community Finding off and click Continue. Then I'll click Continue again. Then I'll click Continue again. It asks me if I want to turn on the Ring Alexa skill. Good if you are using your floodlight cam with Alexa-enabled devices. I'll tap Skip for now. Then you can share this device with other users. I'll share it with my wife and click Share this device. Then I'll click Invite users. Then I'll invite my wife's email address and click Continue. Then I'll tap Grant Access. Then I'll tap Continue. Then it asks to optimize motion detection. Then I'll click Optimize Motion. It tells me that it will ignore motion unless it sees a person. I'm actually okay with the default, so I'll click Skip for now. Then it tells you that it can let you choose where motion can be detected in the view of the camera, and you can tell it areas to ignore, like a busy street. I don't have an issue with this, so I'll click Use Default Zone. Then I'll click Continue again. Then I'll click I'm done. Operation. I'll show you how to use the Ring app on my smartphone to monitor and control my floodlight cam. Here I am in live view. Thanks to my wife for being a part of this test. I can see her walking up to the front door. If I tap the speaker icon, I can listen to her. If I tap the microphone icon, I can speak to her through the camera. Hello, what are you here for?
Hi, your next door neighbor. I don't think we've met yet. Do you have like a little, like stripy gray cat?
I'm done listening to this crazy woman, so I'll tap the microphone and speaker icons to mute them. Then I'll tap the dialogue icon and click Messages for Camera and click a pre-recorded message that she's not going to like.
Please leave the property immediately. You are being monitored.
Thank goodness my wife has a good sense of humor. There are other pre-recordings that you can play like,
Hi, can I help you?
Please leave the package outside. If you'd like to leave a message, you can do it now.
If I press the plus icon, we have some device controls. For example, I can turn on the floodlights. I can also turn on the loud alarm. I'll tap Activate and it will run for 30 seconds. If I tap it again, I can turn it off. I can look at event history to look at when a person was detected. My smartphone and watch also get these notifications as they are happening. I'll also note at this time that the image on this camera during the day is really good, and it's also really good at night when it's dark outside. The area that the camera can see is very wide, and the floodlights are quite bright. Review. We went over a lot of stuff in this video, so I'll make this quick. I highly recommend the Ring Floodlight Cam Plus. It's not very expensive, it's easy to install, and easy to use. It does a really good job of keeping an eye on my front door. In fact, I recently installed more Ring security devices, and they all work great in my opinion. Well, I hope that you found this video helpful. Thanks for watching, please like and subscribe.